Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is the 8th lecture of this series, Technical Writing and Presentation Skills ENGL 21119, and this lecture is about presentation and its types. My name is Lukman Shah. And the content of this lecture would be: what is presentation, why it is important, stages of the process of presentation, and then there would be conclusion. Now look at the definition of this presentation or presentation skills. According to Wikipedia, presentation is the process of presenting a topic to the audience. It is typically a demonstration, introduction, lecture, or speech meant to inform, persuade, inspiration, motivation, or to build goodwill, or to present a new idea or product. What is presentation skills? The way in which something is said, offered, shown, or explained to other. Presentation is a source of communication which can be adopted to various speaking situations, such as talking to a group, addressing a meeting, a briefing, or briefing a team. To be effective, step-by-step preparation in the method and means of presenting the information should be carefully considered. Demonstration, talk, lecture, address, speech, show, exhibition, display, introduction, launching, anything includes in the presentation domain. Now, strategies or stages of this process. First of all, we will be in need of organizing the presentation material. That is very important. If you want to prepare a presentation on any topic, then we should have the sufficient material for that topic. Then preparing a presentation, then putting those information, those material in PPT form through animation, adding pics and visuals and so, and then writing your presentation, then the write-up, the hands-out, the bullet, each and everything which is relevant to writing, that will be compulsory, and then deciding the presentation method. There are various methods of presentation which will be discussed in the later on, but which method is suitable and will be effective or will be appropriate in that situation, this is also important. Then working with visual aids, this is another important aspect, because a picture can communicate more than which we can communicate through 1,000 words, and then practice and then presenting the data. So organizing the presentation material, irrespective of whether the occasion is formal or informal, the person who want to prepare a presentation, the aim should always be clear, well structured presentation will be needed. Then you should know exactly what you want to say and the order in which you want to say it. Clarity of ideas and good organization should result in a lively, logical, and compelling message. And then organization comes the organization. The first was organizing the presentation material, then how to organize those. Choosing the organizational pattern that best suits your objective. Some common organizational pattern include, for example, topical, moves from one topic to another, from one idea to another, from one team to another. In the first few slides, the one idea, and then second, and then third. The second is chronological framework. Uses time sequence for a framework. For example, if I want to prepare a presentation on creation of Pakistan, so chronological order will be that I should start this from 14 August 1947, and then 1948 the death of Sir Muhammad Ali Jinnah Qaid-e-Azam Sahab, and then 49 objective resolution. So this is the chronological order of the creation of Pakistan and the subsequent matter relevant to Pakistan. Then classification presents information according to categories. For example, if I want to write on a university, so my classification of information will be according to university. Then in the same, if I want to compare this university with colleges, so there should be a clustering organization of information classification: university, college, and then school level. And then problem solving, this is another way, presents a problem. For example, water crisis. or energy crisis in Pakistan. So first of all, present the problem that in Pakistan, the energy which we are consuming in form of this petroleum, in form of this wabda, in form of gas and something like that. When it comes to the electricity, so our consumption is 22, for example, megawatt, 22,000 megawatt, and our this production is 16. So there is a gap of 6,000 megawatts. This is a problem. Then how to solve it? Pakistan can create or bridge this gap by using the coal, using the gas, using the wind, and other cheaper resources. So this will be from a problem solution method of presentation. Then preparing presentation. Preparation is the most important part of making a successful presentation, and this is the crucial foundation, and there should be no shortcuts. There is a proper way, a proper method through which we can prepare a presentation. So writing your presentation, this is very important. Before you prepare your presentation, you should already have started to prepare by developing your ideas and selecting the main points to include. Collection of material, whether it can be from the books, from the magazines, from the net surfing, you should collect me. Then brainstorming. For example, we have read something 2 years or 3 years ago, then there is glimpses of that book or that art magazine in our mind. Then brainstorming can recall, and we can revisualize, and we can recall those past reminiscence or echoes of the past in the present. Then pre-writing, roughly write what is in your mind, what you get from the net, from any book and something, and then enlisting the possible points. Write down as many as points you can write on rough page. And then deciding presentation method. Once you have decided on your key message and key point and thought about organizing your material, whether it should be a chronological, it should be the problem solution method or any other method, from formal, ranging from formal to informal, from known to unknown, and presentation range from formal to informal, and your choice of presentation method will depend of many factors, including the audience, the venue, the facilities, occasion, and your own preferences. Now, managing your presentation notes. This is very important. Few people are able to give presentation without notes. Everybody or every presenter will be need of these notes. So notes are of two types. One for yourself, which is called write up, and the second is for the audience, which is called hands out. So you will need to know your own ability and to decide how best to make the presentation. You might manage your talk by using full text, notes on cue cards, keywords on cue cards, or mind mapping, or writing. All these things are called write up. And then working with the visuals. Most visual aids will need advanced preparation and should be operated with efficiency. Only use visual aids if they are necessary to maintain interest and assist comprehension. Do not use them just to demonstrate your technological skills prowess. If visual aids are used well, they will enhance a presentation by adding impact and strengthening audience involved. But if not, they can ruin the presentation. Now practice. This is the most important stage in presentation. Practice your presentation at least 3 times by yourself, 2 times in front of a friend, colleague, or mirror, and one more time then you think you need to, and then visit the particular place or auditorium before presentation, and you should have a view of those all things, the power plugs, the overhead projector or the hanging projector, and each and everything which is relevant to your presentation. And then presenting. Some people have an innate talent for public speak. Most of us, however, have to work hard to get up in public and give good talk. This is very rare. In rare cases, the inbuilt talent that people just coming in front of the mob or the group and just start talking, and they are very fluent and very accurate in their presentation or in their speech. Most of us, more than 90% people, will need the hard work and the practice and the rehearsal. Now, presenting data. There are times when using data in a presentation can really help you to tell the story better. But it is important not to blind your audience with statistic, and also to remember that many people find numbers difficult to understand. So you should explain them, you should tell them, you should visualize them, and it should be in an interesting manner. And in conveying of a good presentation, be enthusiastic, show an excitement, be in a good mood, use body language, non-verbal language, talk to the audience direct, connect them, ask them, create a sort of comfort zone between you and the audience, and dress appropriately and be prepared and be in practice. Rehearse it many times before you are presenting it in the real manner. Now the closing the presentation, too important to fix it. In fact, if you are unable to get the attention of the audience at the start, now the closing is very important. Closing should be on a very positive and on a very dominant and strong note, so that the main point which you haven't delivered in the start or in the middle, it should be conveyed at the end, so that this is the last chance. In fact, closing is the last chance to tell what to know and what to do. Direct, brief and strong and ending, rephrasing your aim or the objectives or the main topic of your presentation, and then recapitulate. It is a sort of recapitulating, telling again in very short what you have started from the start and to the end, and the nutshell ending. It should be in very encapsulating and summarizing form in fewest possible words. Now, speaking, this is very important. Ben Jonson is of the opinion about speaking. To speak and to speak well are two things. A fool may talk, but a wise man speak. Ben Jonson. Abraham Lincoln is of the opinion it is better to keep one's mouth shut and be taught a fool than to open it and resolve all doubts. And an unknown author by some anonymous person. The words you choose to say something are just as important as the decision to speak. The decision to speak it. So closing style, it should be like in summarizing, call to the action, taking some advice, taking some promise. For example, your presentation is on do not tell a lie. So at the end you should take some promise from your audience and call to the action, the story, rhetorical question, quotation, encapsulation, all are the modes and forms of summarizing and conclusion. Thus, some elements of a good presentation. Be clear about its purpose. This is very important. If you are unable to clear about the purpose of your presentation, then you will be unable to deliver the clarity or the message to the audience, because you yourself is not clear about your purpose or the message. Prepare, very important. Prepare again and again. Having an attention getting opening, very important in the start to get or hook the audience, and then make the content organized and interesting. Definitely there should be one, then two, then three. There should be a logical sequence between this organization as it is in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then be enthusiastic, show some passion for your presentation, and then talk to the audience, connect them, give them a comfort zone, having a smiling face, near to them, ask question, take the question, and have a memorable closing, and compose your presentation with your objectives in mind. Other qualities to improve this: attend other presentation. Attending the presentation of other people will enable you that what other people are doing well or committing mistakes, so you will be clear in your mind that this should be avoided and this should be done. Do not try to cover too much material. Work on your pauses. Actively engage the audience. Be entertaining. Admit you do not have all the answer. Definitely nobody is a type of scholar who can answer all the question of the mob or the audience. Do not fight the fear. Let it be over there, because fear are with we and we have to live with it. Control your body gestures and postures. Common problems to overcome: fear of public speaking. This is very common in an American survey. When the surveys was carried out, so it was concluded that people are more feeling fear of the public speaking as compared to the fear of the death. So this is very important factor. And the lack of confidence, you are not in this confident mode unless until you are not well prepared. Lack of control, physiology and stress, you should know how to manage the stress. And lack of the knowledge about subject, definitely this is very important. Lack of preparation, if you had these preparation and practice, you will have nothing of that, the public speaking, the lack of confidence. Then shyness, in fact nobody is able to have mastery over the presentation skills in just a one or two presentation. This is the process of learning and evolution. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 and 15, you at the first you will be a bit shy, and then you will control this, and the time will come that you will be very comfortable and easy. And then stage phobia, just if you are in the people, you are speaking in very fluent and very organized manner, but when it comes that you will have to be over there in front of the people at the stage, then definitely a lot of people feel hazy and feel a sort of shivering and a sort of fear that they will be unable to deliver something. So this is called stage phobia. Practice and preparation, through practice and preparation we can overcome this stage phobia. And types of a presentation. The first is informative. These presentations are brief and to the point. They generally stick to the facts and avoid complicated information. Usually used to describe facts, usually best for other experts. Organized from most important topic to the least, best for breaking big information down into small. Examples including university lectures, school classes and research results. These are informative. The second is instructional. These presentation give specific direction or orders. It is designed to teach something completely new to the audience. Very thorough and usually takes a long time. All the theory and knowledge from the basic steps to checking the audience understanding. Example include tutorial classes, safety demonstration and instructional videos. The third is arousing. Third type of presentation is arousing. A presentation designed to make the audience consider the topic or the discussion. To arouse interest and emotion, to make audience receptive, usually involves a lot of powerful language and enthusiastic discussion. Often uses story or real life examples of the topic to arouse interest, can describe a solution to a problem and gain audience approval. And then fourth is persuasive, to make listener accept and agree with presenter proposal. Very persuasive, usually showing supporting facts and advantages to reinforce credibility. Often highly emotional, it helps to gather support and approval. Presents problem, the presenter's solution and all the reason behind it for agreement include political debates, business proposal, promotion of any product. And last but not the least, the decision making. A presentation designed to convince listeners to act on the presenter's proposal, usually by giving evidence and pointing out what can happen if this is not done. Can include a description of a problem that the audience, society, certain people face. An example, presenters often compare the two prediction about what will happen if the listener do or do not do what they suggest. Example include business meeting, bank promotion and law discussion in the government. The presentation tips, these are very useful tips in presentation. Remember, design and delivery, how to make a presentation and how to deliver it, these are very important. And then content is the most important, because if you had content you will be able to design it and you will be able to deliver. Then general rule, know your audience, this is very important. Your presentation and the mode of deliverance will be according to your audience. Then be prepared. Confidence, mechanical issue, notes or no issue, all should be resolved prior to the presentation. Be on time. Slides or no slides, how many slides? Remember, effectiveness is the key word. This is very important, that you should on time and you should end the presentation in time. Have a message, have a story to tell, make sure it is clear to you. If the story is not clear to you, will be unable to tell it to the other people in your presentation. Tell the audience what you will do in the start and then do it. show them that you are doing and tell them what you did at the end. Be courteous and give credits. If somebody is involved in the presentation or the preparation of presentation, co-author, sponsor slides, borrowed some data, then be courteous and give credits to them. Less is more. Beauty is in simplicity. Brevity is the soul of wisdom. So the more you are precise, the more you are to the point, the more you will be able to connect with the audience, or will be able to convey more. No jokes. Remember, there is fine line between being entertaining and unprofessional. So do not be in that position that cracking jokes in the formal presentation. It may be a slight, it may be a light in mode, but it is not the matter of or the position or the stage for to be funny. Use personal story that strengthening the message, and then engage the audience, connect with them, ask them through eye contact, take their question, create a comfort zone, so they will be able to connect with you, and then you will be able to deliver the message which you want and for which you are over there. Be excited about the subject, be positive, and then specific skill set. Do not look at slides and screen at the long. Look at the audience. Importance of eye contact. If you have the eye contact with people, people will be more attentive to you. Attention span of the audience, 1/3. You should have 1/3 of the attention of the people. If you are presenting in 30 minutes, so at least 10 minutes you should have the attention span. 10 minutes for this your voice, and 10 minutes for the they should be engaged with the presentation or with the slide. Do not barrage them with the slides. You should not be in between the presentation slides and between the audience. Then clarity in writing, in graphs, in table, color scheme, sentences versus bullet, photos, margin, mood. Each and everything should be right, should be according to the norms, should be formal, and it should not have any obscenity or any taboo or things which are not suitable for that situation. And then reuse outline. Outline is a sort of map which can lead you to the end successfully. Purposeful and appropriate. You should be purposeful in your style, and each and everything should be appropriate. Pose question and then answer. This is one technique to have the attention of the audience. Handouts or no handout. If you want to deliver to have handouts, to give handouts to the audience, then give it to all. If not, then do not give it to few. Voice, sound quality, loud enough. You should connect the people with your sound. Your sound there should be a tonal quality. Remember, your sound, your personality is more important in presentation. So utilize it as much as possible, and then understand the question. Did everyone hear it? This is very important. Be honest. No yelping and no. If you know something, answer it straightforward, and otherwise you should say sorry. Then think out loud. If you want to, there is something in your mind, deliver to the audience. Thank people for the questions. Then business cards. Then get back to those who ask the question. Definitely. Unless the question or that matter is not clarified, you should engage with that. And see question sometime. Seed question in fact question from one question, extracting the question from one question another based on the previous question. This is called the cascading. One question from another, from then the next question, and then the next question. And debrief with yourself. Tell yourself whether you have done enough to deliver that. Conclusion. Presentation is life and soul of presenting knowledge and skills to others. It is the apex form of communication using integrated skill. An effective presentation is a key to success in every field of life. And if you had any question and answer, you can ask. And this is the end of this presentation. Thanks for listening me so carefully.